Let's talk about new words. Neologisms are new words or phrases, newly coined words or phrases, that is. That is to say that they are words or phrases that have begun to make their way into the mainstream lexicon. Neologism comes from the French, neologisme. Neo meaning new, logos being Greek for word, and ism being to be a thing. As long as a word is still considered new, it is still considered a neologism. But what constitutes new? It's kind of a fluid concept, really. For a word to be no longer considered new, it has to be known by a significant portion of the population and have been considered already a valid word for a long time. Again, not really helping our definition here. It's generally accepted that neologisms have become regular words after about 15 or 20 years of use. Now, neologisms can come to English in a variety of ways. Books, for example, politics, popular culture, sometimes even other languages. Words and phrases that we take for granted today have not always been part of our language. Here are some examples. X-ray, radar, which stands for radio detection and ranging, meme, which funnily enough we consider today in the internet age to be a funny picture, but it was actually brought into the English language in 1976, and it meant something more like an idea carried throughout a culture. Internet in 1974. Podcast sometime around the 2000s, which we know to be sort of radio broadcasts that can be put on iPods and iPhones. Skype, not only as a name, but as a verb, as in, I wanted to go Skype Jennifer. Google is another example. Now, Google as a word for a number has been in the English language for a long time, but using it as a verb to look something up on the internet is a relatively new use of the word. Lightsaber in 1977 from George Lucas's fantastic film series Star Wars. Now in 2004, Janet Jackson had something we called a wardrobe malfunction at the Super Bowl. Interestingly, the term wardrobe malfunction had not really been in common use before then. As such, it was considered a neologism in 2004. There's also the term genocide, which we hear more often than one would hope. Actually, genocide was not a word before the 1940s. According to Brigham Young University's Corpus of Historical American English, the term genocide was not used before the 1940s. This is because the first time that genocide has ever been used as a term was during the Nuremberg trials, when Nazi scientists and officials were put on trial for the horrific atrocities they put the Jewish people through. On a slightly more fun note, there's a relatively new neologism that I would like to talk about.
But first, let me take a selfie.
That's right, selfie's a neologism. The term selfie, which means somebody taking a picture of themselves, generally with a cell phone camera, has actually proliferated rather quickly. It's kind of hard to pin down, but a lot of people say that it came into use in 2013, and now in 2014 we use it all the time. There are songs about it, and in fact there's even a sitcom now with the title Selfie. Neologisms also encompass new uses for words. For example, if you said, that pony over there is lame, you could be saying two different things. One, you could be saying, man, that pony isn't very cool. Or you could be saying, that pony's leg is broken, and years ago they would have had to shoot that pony because of it. New neologisms are being created every day, and they'll continue to be created as long as English exists, and they're incredibly helpful for our ever-expanding language. Here's just one last thing to leave you with that might make your brain explode. We have to consider that every single word in the English language was at one point or another a neologism.